at the stars. I left the pages in my schedule, but they're falling hard. Find me on your way out, I'll be right here. The world is spinning and I'm dizzy staring at the stars. They don't seem so. The sky is
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another season of professional motocross racing. Finally, feels like it's been such a long time since the last Pro National of the 2020 season. It was actually at this very same racetrack that we're at right now. It's pretty much like 8 months ago, so it's been a while since we got behind the gate, mixed it up with the big boys. Of course, a lot has happened since the last round of outdoors last year. We made our trek out to California, did a little bit of Supercross, got a 250, had a pretty serious crash, broke my wrist, went through that whole recovery process, did a bunch of riding out in California, came all the way back home to Michigan, spent some time building the 250 into the race bike for this outdoor season. Speaking of which, we made the switch back down to the 250 class for this year, which I'm really hyped about, and put in a lot of seat time, a lot of work, and it all leads up to today, this moment right here out at round one. Well, technically round two. It's my first round of the Outdoor Pro Motocross National Championship. Technically the season started a week ago out in Paula, California at Fox Raceway, but that drive was just a little too gnarly from my home here in Ohio. So we're starting our season here, Lakewood, Colorado, Thunder Valley for round two of the championship. And as I said, this is the round that we left off of last year. So our last gate drop was right here. Pretty wild to think about, but finally time to put ourselves back out on the track with the big boys and get this season underway finally. This is the first year I've truly had like a preseason leading up to the Nationals. Most of the time, as you guys know, I've been in college all the way through the winter, and I get home from school with like 3 weeks to get ready before round one, which is not ideal. So this year has just been a blessing. Being able to ride my dirt bike, actually get some seat time in, get a bunch of training time in before round one is just, it's great. I have just a really good feeling about this year, and it's one thing for me to feel it, but even in all the videos I've been posting recently, you guys have just been noticing like my speed, fitness, bike setup, everything has just hit a new level this year, it seems like. So for the first time, I've actually been excited to get out here for round one, feeling ready to do this thing, and can't wait to take you guys along, and hopefully this season is our best one yet. That being said, round one is always kind of a kick in the butt. It's a bit of a wake-up call. You know, you put a lot of work in the preseason and you feel like you're ready doing long motos back at your practice tracks at home and riding with your buddies, but it's never quite the same as actually getting out here on a pro national track and riding with the fastest dudes in the country. So expectations for today, obviously we fully expect at this point to put ourselves into the motos and not mess around with those LCQs. We did a great job of that last year. Fully expect us to do that again this year. But beyond that, my goals are just to have fun and kind of just see where we stack up. It's been a while since we did the 250 class. 2019 was my last time, so I haven't raced with the majority of the kids in this class, and they're a bunch of young, fast, talented kids coming up, so it'll be interesting to see exactly where we stack up. And on top of that, Thunder Valley historically has not been one of my better tracks. If you guys watch the vlogs, you would know that for the past 2 years I made it in through the LCQs, and actually last year I made it in as an alternate. So I've never actually just qualified straight in through practice here, and I wouldn't say I'm the most comfortable on this track. So expectations for today, get it into the motos, get some solid seat time, and just see where we stack up. Build a little bit of confidence going into the East Coast rounds where I'm really comfortable on, and I think once we get to the East Coast rounds, that's where we'll really hit our stride and see exactly where we stack up. But yeah, that being said, super confident in my machine this year and my program. Got a lot of awesome people helping me out. The big ones being MX Locker and ICTU CBD for stepping up into kind of like a title sponsorship role for this season, just helping out with more of the funding. Many of you guys know this is like my first year kind of, you know, taking my program all the way into my own hands. And so to have their help is just massive. On top of that, all of the usual sponsors that you guys are are used to seeing in the videos. I'm gonna actually this week make an in-depth like bike breakdown video and give you guys all the specs and shout out all of the companies responsible for making this season happen. But my point being, we have a very solid race machine this year, and I'm feeling solid myself. So enough of this intro stuff. You guys know the schedule by now. We're gonna jump into these qualifying practices here in a minute. Starting to get the butterflies a little bit, as I usually do at round 1 of the season, and from there we'll go on and have ourselves a good day. This year you guys are going to recognize some old faces, but you're also going to see some new faces. I have a new mechanic this year, Chris Sprayberry. Really trust him. It's going to be great to have him this year to help out with all the bike stuff. And then we also have Andrew Daniels from DBX Films helping out with getting some of the bike footage. So it's going to be us 3 today and my dad. Even though I'm taking things into my hands this year, my parents still love to support me and come out to the races and help whenever they can. So you guys are going to see my dad out there. Bridget and her family will be out here cheering us on. Not this weekend, but you know, some of the weekends sprinkled in there. So I know this intro has gone a little bit long and you guys want to see some riding footage, but first one of the year always requires a little bit of an introductory phase. I'll stop talking now and we'll get geared up for practice 1. Hopefully have ourselves a good day. The track looks awesome. Weather is nice, hot and sunny. So we're looking to have a good day, guys. Time to put the camera down, do what we've been training to do. Let's get this day started. All right, we were feeling rather spicy out there in the first qualifying practice. I was out there in the B group since I didn't go to Fox Raceway for round 1. Typically the way to get into the A group, you guys know by now, is to qualify the round prior. So even though I qualified for all the rounds last year in the B group today, but it actually worked out really well because they didn't disc it super deep or water it really bad like they normally do. So being the first session out there was actually sick. The track was like incredible. Definitely the best it's gonna be all day. I think we were about 5th or 6th in the B group, which is still kind of in that scary phase because normally like 3 to 5 guys will get into the mains from the B group. That's just how fast the guys in the A group go. But I think that time is going to get us in. We'll obviously have to sit here, wait and see how the A guys do, and then head out there in the second one. I don't know. Like I said, I think the track is only gonna get slower from here on out. I mean, the track was absolutely perfect for us out there. So I don't see the track getting faster, but it's always a possibility. So we're gonna hang out, watch the A guys, see if we can pick up on any different lines or rhythms through the rollers and stuff that they're doing. We'll watch the 450 guys and then head out there for qualifying round 2. But as far as the bike goes, bike is sick, dude. Even in the elevation and the fact that it's a 250 and the fact that I'm like 6'1", I was worried that the bike was gonna feel a little bit sluggish out here, but I mean, the thing seems to really pull and handle really well. So Race Tech killed it this year, guys. But yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a minute, check out some lines, and then head out there for practice round 2, see how we're standing.
Nicholas Jackson, Kayla Leo, Bronson McClure, Sam Greenewalt's out there, Stephen Kyle. We're gonna have a strong crowd here today, still making the migration up over the hill from to go in this, and times are starting to pop up shortly. A 2:18, and that's by Zach Williams. Could be close. That's going to be a tough way to go, though, as we already know. that Ken Roxon was down in the 205s.
Separating our 250 class and our 450 class. 255.
If you will, that's where everything goes down. All the information gets gathered and spread out worldwide anymore.
The schedule solid, a dedicated fan base there. Your folks out of Ohio, the West Virginia people.
Alright guys, session 2 is done. This is the stressful time of the day because the track, as I thought it would, did get a lot slower out there. So our time was quite a bit slower than the first one. So we're just going to have to hope that no one in this A group goes faster because currently we are sitting in. So you guys know, you've seen me in this position 100 times at this point. We just have to make sure that a few more guys don't go faster than us in this second A group that's on the track in just a minute here. So as long as the times hold, we're gonna be in and onto the motos, no LCQ, which is gonna be huge. It's always just a huge waste of energy and it's always an emotional roller coaster. You never know what's gonna happen in the LCQ. So hopefully we can avoid that. As I said, that would be the very first time here in Colorado that we would get in straight through time qualifying. So I would say that's an improvement over the past couple years, and that's what this year is all about. Just making improvements. But we're not going to get undressed here just in case. We'll keep our eye on practice times. And if the next clip is me getting ready for Moto 1, then you guys will know everything went well.
So Jeff thinks he can walk. Why don't you go and pan up there? Really get it. Really get it. That guy wouldn't. Jeff thinks he can walk up to the top of there in 20 minutes. Like just walk right up there like a Sunday stroll. It ain't happening. There won't be a debate next year. We're going to watch him go about 100 yards up and go, oh, this ain't happening.
I mean, we may not win the Moto.
Check out that helmet.
We're winning lit kit, dude. MX Locker.
Yeah,
Alpine Stars helmet. Goggles to match. I mean, shoot, dude. I know I'm a guy, but
I think we're looking the best out there.
style's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. We're coordinating today.
You look very Florida. Like it? I love it.
What up? Thanks, buddy.
That's what it's about right there.
Let's go. Buddy, fist bump. Yeah.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you. That's gnarly.
Today's racing. Good luck to all the riders and enjoy the race. And don't.
First race in a year. You forget how gnarly these are. That's for dang sure. Well, it wasn't exactly the result we were hoping for, but haven't raced in an entire year, so we'll get back into it, but definitely is an eye-opener on the work that you need to put in. And man, it's impossible to train for that. It's impossible to get prepared. But it's a long season, got a bunch of races to work ourselves into shape, and hopefully on some East Coast tracks that I'm a little bit more comfortable on, we'll get down there. But yeah, first one, I mean, it's always just good to make it in. Not sure what we finished, maybe 34th or something like that. So, hey, we'll take it for now, but we definitely want more.
Moto.
We're definitely a mile up here. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, she's hot.
Now we're gonna go out there, just do the same thing, get off to a good, safe start, have fun, and get the fitness up for the rest of the season. So, yeah, we're gonna go have a good time. Moto 2 ended prematurely. That definitely didn't go the greatest. Got off to an okay start, and I think I was running 28th for maybe like 3 or 4 laps, and was trying to pass some dude in front of me, and just like low-sided, got a little off balance to the inside in a rut, and I was like tried to save it by powering out of it, so I was going like super fast as I was tipping over, and when I hit the ground, there was someone on the rut to the inside of me, and my head landed right in the rut, and it kind of smashed me in the face pretty good, kind of tire marks on my visor. So I sat there for a minute just trying to, you know, get my wits about me, because I was a little bit dizzy and just kind of dazed, and my neck hurt too, so I was a little bit like scared about that, but waited for them to come back around and decided to just go out there. I mean, I was a lap and a half down already, so it didn't really matter, but I mean, I came all this way, and it's really, really good like fitness training, so I decided to just go out there and continue to spin laps, but my head just started throbbing like midway through, so we weren't really giving up anything. I think I was in like 38th or something like that, like 2 laps down, so sucks, but luckily we got 2 weeks now. Next weekend is an off weekend, and then High Point after that, so we should be fine. I definitely don't think I got like a concussion or anything like last year. I mean, that was a nightmare to deal with, so I think we're fine. Just gonna be a little sore for a couple days, but we'll get back on the 450 practicing these next 2 weeks, get out there for High Point, and have ourselves a better weekend, hopefully. Stoked to do as well as I did today, all things considered. I was nervous about this one, like I said, just because I know it's one of my weak ones, but...
Straight into the main.
What's that?
Straight into the main.
Yeah, straight into the main. That's a first for here, so all things considered, it was a really good weekend, and we'll carry it into the East Coast rounds, and by the time we get to Redbud, we should be hauling the mail. So, yeah, now it's the long process of cleaning up, loading everything, and hitting this 18-hour drive home.